Shalom. Ayam Hayatahaya.
Masapayana wa hawak ahayawa yoshaya bahala shawan kadatsa kwana wa manyaha shamaya atla walam yam ha yasha wa ha aba sha bayatha atnawa kalahagawa yan la akabaya kaya anathan ha tawarala yaikwa la kaham la kaama abalata atata sadakla shamai hatawabdaba kaya Zazabaitaza, I am la I shad hawa Yahawa shapa Aiza I am shapat ya la Aba awatya shawa la abada pasha afya awatya Baba kwasha I wapara Hadra la agabra lak nawabaya nawabaya Nawaya dai ha ama wanawada waha I wagla ha kwataza Payamba ayam Taza dak la shawat ko ya Payamba ayam Halau na isha hawa akaya Payamba ayam Taza dak la shawat ko ya Payamba ayam Halau na isha hawa akaya Payamba ayam Habaraka la akaka ha nathana wa barakyam yapa ha awa ala lakzakwan tham ya ha adash tham ya shalawan ya ma atfa aha ka abwa ma shapara kavia ma shapat kaada mara ala aba wa kwam mayam hayam shao hashat.
Shalom family. It's another class. This class is about feast days. I want to break down the feast days and show you how to convert your feast days from King James 611, Leviticus 23:1 to any calendar. I'm going to show you how to break down any feast days, all feast days according to regular the pagan calendar. Any pagan calendar you have. Today I'm going to show you how to break down your own feast days. But first I'm going to say a prayer. It's called Feast Days Converted. Feast Day Conversion to any calendar, okay? I'm going to break that down for you today, just D.O.C. Okay? First I'm going to offer a high and shy in on this class, this lesson. Dear Heavenly Father, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of your heart be accepted in thy sight. O high and shy Masha, I'm a redeemer, my savior, Yahshua. Let's begin to bring out these feast days, Heavenly Father, according to your scripture, your holy scripture, Father, to introduce them to Yahshua, Heavenly Father, that they won't be confused and lost anymore, that they won't depend on another man to show them how to add up their days, Heavenly Father. Let's begin to present this to them, Heavenly Father. Let the Spirit go out from me, Heavenly Father, to them, so they can add up their own feast days, Heavenly Father, every year to be obedient, each man, each woman for themselves. In the name of Yeshua Mashiach, so be it. I'll pray to Yeshua. Again, family, I'm going to break down the feast days to you, show you how to break down these feast days yourself and not depend on me or anybody. I love y'all, this D.O.C. We want to defend the high inside truth. Okay, so today we're going by feast days conversion. Feast days conversion to any calendar. Okay, now the first scripture we're going to go to is Leviticus 23:1. It says, like I said, I won't get straight to the point because, like I said, when I was running around trying to find these feast days, I went to this camp, brother, how y'all got the feast days? Brother, they know they answer, can't give me a scripture. Went to this camp, hey man, how you get the feast days? Man, I don't do obedience to the feast days. Yeah, you just said, can't give me an answer. So I went to YouTube, so I'm putting on YouTube, watching all these guys, and like, they say, okay, feast days, the Passover, this and whatever. I'm watching the class for like 2 or 3 hours trying to figure out, when is they going to tell me about the feast day, you know what I'm saying? They never give me an answer according to scripture, how they broke down the feast days, how they calculated, this and whatever. But they said, okay, this is Shabbat. I would say this is Passover. This is first fruits. This is whatever. And I see that they jump. It's like you go on Facebook, you got this guy something that's Passover. 2 months later, another guy something that's Passover. First fruits. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the day of Pentecost. Everything. It's like, who's right? Where did they get this start? Where did they get this information from? Why they can't present it to us to help us, get our feast days right? My job today is to show you how to break down these feast days in Leviticus 23. And I'm not going to prolong your time to take up so much of your time. I'm going to go straight to the point because I hate it when I used to search for feast days and stuff like that. And it's like, I'm waiting these guys to tell me about feast days. Like their class is 2 or 3 hours and still don't watch the whole video. I still haven't get my house on how they came up with feast days, okay? Now again, we're in Leviticus 23. Like I say, this is regular calendar. This regular calendar, we're going to show you how to use the vernal equinox, which is a higher equinox that start your spring, winter, summer, and fall. That's how you break down our new year. Our new year starts in the beginning of the year. Our feast days starts in spring, okay? Spring, month Abel is day 1, going to the vernal equinox. Vernal equinox every year, family, comes on March 19th through March 20th. That'll be our day 1, according to the world calendar. I'm going to break that out to you today. With scripture, I want to have the scripture to detail it and support me with this, bringing out this feast day, according to the vernal equinox, plus the calendar that I made up according to show you how to count your days, learn how to number your days according to that day 1. Once you get that day 1, you can't go wrong, family. You'll get your new months, you receive your Shabbat days, and you'll receive all your feast days with access from King James 1611. Okay. Now let's start it off, family. Let's get on to it. Okay. But I want to start it because I like to give my Father's holy name praises and publish His name. We're going to start off with Leviticus 22 and 32. It says, "Neither shall you profane my holy name." How you saying? No. Let's start at 31. "Therefore shall you keep my commandments." It says, how you talking? "And do them. I am a higher." I'm saying you should keep my commandments. I am a higher. 32. "Neither shall you profane my holy name. I will be hallowed among the children of Israel." He said, I will be hallowed among the children. You know why? Because we will not be calling on God like the mother nation. We will not be calling on the Lord like the mother nation. His name will be hallowed in us. We're called by His name. 2 Chronicles 7:14. So I want to get our respect first to our height before I get into this topic, according to His name and His feast days, because these are His feast days. These are not our feast days. These are His. I'm scripture bringing out to you that these are His feast days. He said that brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your higher. I am Almighty higher. So He said, I brought you out, so you be mine. I brought you out. God ain't bring you out. Lord ain't bring you out. How you brought you all out, man? Let's stop profaning His holy name. Okay? Now let's go on to feast days. Leviticus 23:1 says, "And Ahai spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of Ahai, which ye shall proclaim to be a holy convocation. Even these are my feasts." A holy convocation is us gathering, family. A holy gathering. He said, these are my feasts. Everything's about Ahai. We call by His name. These are His feasts. These are His Shabbats. These are His new months. And it's not new moon. Our professor put moon here because you got moon and month. In Hebrew, the word month is Kodesh. The word moon is Uriah. So it's not month. They put moon in the Bible for a reason. You worship the moon. We tell you Exodus 20. Do not worship anything in host of heaven. Do not worship the moon, the star, the sun, none of that. And if you get a moon a day, that's a worship of the moon. But that's another topic, family. So we'll get right into this. 23, Leviticus 23:1. "And Ahai spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and saying to them concerning the feast of Ahai, which ye shall proclaim to be a holy convocation, even these are my feasts. 6 days shall work be done, and the Sabbath day is the Sabbath of rest. And a holy convocation, ye shall do no work therein. It is a Sabbath unto Ahai and all your daughters." Now again, it's all about Ahai. The Sabbath day is a day to Ahai. He rested for us. Now He wants us to enter into His rest. How do we do that? Rehearse these feast days and rehearse these Sabbath days and these new months. not new moons. Okay. Now he says these are the feasts of Ahia, not us. These 4, 23 and 4. These are the feasts of Ahia, not us. Even the holy convocation which ye should proclaim in their season. Now, family, we cannot change these seasons. He's giving these seasons for a reason. Everything is symbolically to Yeshua coming and dying for us, family. And same thing, we go to the kingdom. We're going to do the same stuff in the kingdom. Let's get it right while we're down here and rehearse this the right way. Okay? It says, now we got to go to, it says 5. In the 14th day of the first month at even is High Passover. Now, in the 14th day, now we got the March 2021 calendar, right? Now we go to vernal equinox. The 19th going to the 20th. It's Friday night going on Sabbath. This will be our day 1, which will be the 20th, March 20th. That'll be our day 1. How do we add that up? Okay. Now, since we know the vernal equinox, we go by March 20th every year, March 20th or March 19th. It's going to fall on one of the two, but it's going to start at evening. Because night came from day, beginning of our days, right? Our day will start when the sun go down. That's the beginning of our day, even our Shabbat days, right? Now, so vernal equinox this year, 2021, was Friday night going to Shabbat day, which is March 20th, right? And we go to March 20th, so that's March 20th, Yasharala, first day of the month, which is day 1. March 21, Yasharala, day 2, right, which is Sunday. March 22, which would be the 3rd day, right, for Yasharala day, after the vernal equinox, after March 20th. Okay, that's the 3rd day. March 23, 4th day. March 24, 5th day. March 25, 6th day. March 27, 7th day. Let me do it. Start back over. I don't want to go too fast for you. I want to do it. No, let me do it on my big calendar so you can see and work with me. Let's do this right here. This one I made. But like I said, you can convert these days with any calendar. And I made this calendar go to the vernal equinox. Okay, their day is March 20th. March 20th is our first day. Okay, March 20th is our first day. Day 1. Okay, now I'm gonna do it. March 20th, 3:20, vernal equinox is our first day. 3:21 is the second day. 3:22 is our third day. 3:23 is our fourth day. 3:24 is our fifth day. 3:25 is our sixth day. 3:26, 7th day. 3:27, our 8th day, right? 3:28, our 9th day. 3:29, our 10th day. 3:30, our 11th day. 3:31, our 12th day. Now, it's 31 days in March. So now you got to go, after 31 days, you go to April 1st. April 1st is the 13th day. Now, the next day, you got April 2nd, it's the 14th day. So the 14th day, which will be on a Friday, right? It's going to be on a Friday. It's going to be Friday. So it says again, Leviticus 23:5. And then the 14th day of the first month is a high Passover. Now we know on Friday going to be a high Passover. That's our 14th day. Going to the pagan calendar. April 2nd. Right? Now, since we done found out which is the Passover was that Friday, right? Now it's telling you at 6, it says, and on the 15th day of the same month is a feast of unleavened bread. So the very next day, which is Saturday, it's unleavened bread, family. Friday's the Passover, according to Leviticus 23:5. And the 14th day of the first month at evening is high Passover. And on the 15th day of the same month, it's a feast of unleavened bread. So unleavened bread and Passover is Passover, very next day unleavened bread. Now I see a lot of camps celebrate Passover, they don't never tell them about unleavened bread. Or they do the Passover and do unleavened bread like a week later, a month later, a whole nother month. But what scripture said? Let's read it again. In the 14th day of the first month at evening is a high Passover. And on the 15th day, in the same month, hear it again. On the 15th day, the same month, it's the feast of unleavened bread. It's a higher unto a higher. 7 days you must eat unleavened bread. 7 days, okay? So 7 days from Passover on the 14th, the 15th, the Shabbat day, which is a Saturday. You got to eat it 7 days. So 16th, 17th, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So you got on the next Friday, on 4/9, which is April the 9th, on the 21st, you got to eat unleavened bread. Of course, Scripture said 7 days into your next Shabbat day. Okay? Now your next Shabbat day is going to be on 4/10. It'll be our 22nd day. Okay? It'll be on the 22nd, which will be Shabbat again. So we have to learn how to number our days from Vernal Equinox calendar. Again, from March 20th, we say, okay, March 20th on any calendar. Any calendar, family. So March 20th will be our day 1. March 21 will be our day 2. March 22 will be our day 3. March 23 will be our day 4. March 24 will be our day 5. March 25 will be our day 6. March 26 will be our day 7. March 27 will be our day 8. March 28th will be our day 9. March 29 will be our day 10. March 30 will be our day 11. March 31 will be our day 12. And we got 31 days in March. We got to remember that. Now it jumps over to April. April 1 will be our day 13. April 2 will be our day 14. April 3rd will be our day 15. And this is where our Passover starts. 15 days after our first day of the month. Okay? Now I got this broke down on this calendar, family. Like I said, I made this on calendar so I could make it bigger to represent it to you. But once you understand how to number your day on a regular calendar and this pagan calendar, it's simple because right here in Leviticus 23. Okay, now let's go to, it says we're at 7, Leviticus 23 and 7. And on the first day ye shall have a holy convocation, ye shall do no servile work therein. But ye shall offer made by fire until a height of 7 days. And in the 7th day is a holy convocation, ye shall do no servile work therein. And Ahai spoke to Moses, saying, speaking to the children of Yasharallah, and saying to them, when ye be come into the land which I give you, and ye shall reap the harvest unto ye, and bring the sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. And ye shall wave the sheaf before Ahai, to be accepted for you. On tomorrow after the Shabbat, the priest shall wave it. Now what it says that tomorrow after the Shabbat. Now we know when we went down again, family, down here to the 7 days of unleavened bread after the Passover, after unleavened bread, but either 7 days, so 7 days went all the way back to the Shabbat again, right? It went all the way back to the Shabbat again, right? So this is your sheaf of the week that is what it's talking about. It says again, he said, 10, speaking to the children of Israel and saying to them, when ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and ye shall reap the harvest thereof, and ye shall bring the sheaf of the first fruit of the harvest into the priest. So this is your first, this will be this is what he's talking about on that Shabbat day. And it says, and he shall wave the sheaf before Ahai to be accepted for you tomorrow after the Sabbath. So you have this sheaf of the week. Now you're still in 4 on Sunday, because this is Shabbat day, next day is Sunday, which will be 4 May 11 on the day 23. Which the sheaf of the week is the first fruits, but I'm going to break down to you how to bring out the first one, how to number your days according to the first fruits, okay? From the Passover feast until the first fruit pass, okay? Now, let's get back in scriptures. It says, and ye shall wave the sheaf before Ahai to be accepted for you on tomorrow after the Sabbath. The priest shall wave it, and ye shall offer that day when ye have waved the sheaf and lamb without blemish of the first year for a burnt offering to Ahai. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deals, fine flour mingled with oil, and the offering made by fire into Ahai, for a sweet savor, and drink offering thereof shall be of wine in the forepart of the hand. Okay, He says, and ye should eat neither bread nor parched corn, nor green ears, until the self same day that ye have bought an offering unto a hire. It shall be a statute forever throughout all your generation and all your dwellings. And ye shall count from tomorrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye bought the sheaf, a wave offering 7/7, which should be complete. So 7 times 7 is 49, right? Now, what day did we went back when we seen that we bought the sheaf out? The first day when we went back, when we bought the sheaf out from the first fruits, that was 4/10, which is April 10th, 22nd day, right? Now he told us to count 7/7, which is 49. Now you count to 7/7, okay? I ain't gonna just count it. We got 1/7, 2/7, 3/7, 4/7, which is 49. Okay. 5/7. Wait a minute. One chapter to the first fruits. 1, 2, 1/7, 2/7, 3/7, which is 4/7, 5/7, 6/7. Okay. Now 7/7, which is 49. So I did it simple for him. I went ahead and added it up. But 7/7 going to fall on what's going to be the first fruits. Going to be in the 5th month, the 5th pagan month, which is January, February, March, April, May. It's going to be May 28th. Okay? That'll be our 49th, right? Remember that. 7 times 7, 49. So 7/7 going to be in January, March, April, May. January, February, March, April, May. It's going to be in May 28th, right? Now that's going to be 49 days. That's how you're talking about. You're 49, right? We're going to pause right here on the 49, right? Let's go down to 49. It says, 15, Leviticus 23:15. And ye shall count from you tomorrow after the Sabbath, from the day that you bought the sheaf and the wave offering, Sabbath, it should be complete. Now, Sabbath, 7 times 7 is 49, right? So I just show you we got 49 days after the first, after the unleavened bread and after the Passover. Even until tomorrow, after the Sabbath, you should number 50 days. So you number the next day. He said, even tomorrow after Sabbath, so you got to number that next day. So we number that next day after the Sabbath. That'll end up on the Sabbath again, which would be 5/29, day 11, first fruits. So the first fruits going to be quantity scriptures in January, February, March, April, May 29th. That'll be your first fruits. Be 50 days after you wait your sheaf week of the first fruits. It'd be 5/29 on 11 for Yasharala. Okay? Now, it says again, even tomorrow after the Sabbath, ye shall number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto a hire. Ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves, 2 10 deals, and they should be of fine flour. They should be baking with leaven, and they are the first fruits until a hire. Ye shall offer them with bread, 7 lambs without blemish in the first year, 1 young bullock, and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering to a hire, with their meat offerings and with their drink offerings, even the offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto a hire. It said, then ye shall sacrifice 1 of the kid of the goats for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offering. And the priest shall wave them with a bread of the first fruits, a wave offering before a hire. With the 2 lambs, they shall be holy until a hire before the priest. And ye shall proclaim on the self same day that it may be an holy convocation unto you. And ye shall do no servile work therein. And that shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout all your generations. And when you reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean the residence of the corners of the fields when thou reapest. Neither shalt thou gather in the gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them for the poor and for the stranger. I am a high. Now 23, we're Leviticus 23:23. And the high spoke to Moses, saying, speaking to the children of Israel, and saying to them, in the 7th month, okay, the 7th month, family, this is another feast. Now, the 7th month, let me see. Okay, we have the 7th month. Okay. He says again. He says, speak unto the children of Israel and say in the 7th month, the first day of the month, you shall have a Sabbath of memorial of blowing the trumpet. So that 7th month of blowing the trumpets will be 9/18, according to their calendar. It'll be the 9th month of the pagan calendar. Let's see what that month is. January, February, March, April. No. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So that'll be September the 18th, according to their calendar. It'll be September, which will be the 9th month. On the 18th will be the blowing trumpet, and it will be our 7th month. Okay? So now let's go back to scripture, according to the trumpets. Speaking to the children of Israel, say, in the 7th month, in the first day of the month, ye shall have a Sabbath of memorial of blowing the trumpet, a holy convocation. Ye shall do no several work therein, and ye shall have your offering made by fire into the higher. 26. And how he spoke to Moses, saying, speak also on the 10th day of that 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. Now wait a minute. In that same month, on the 10th day, it's atonement. Wait a minute. So now, we got the 7th month, which is about first day of the month. It said the 10th day. Okay, let's count. Which is 9/18, day 1. Day 2, 9/19. Day 3, 9/20. 9/21, day 4. 9/22, day 5. 9/23, day 6. 9/24, day 7. 9/25, day 8. 9/26, day 9. 9/27 is 10, it's atonement. So atonement gonna be in the same month, family, that blowing trump's gonna be in. 10 days after. So like again, if I see a lot of camps, they have they do Feast of the Trumpets. Today, another 2 months they'll do atonement. But wait a minute, what scripture says? Let's back up to 24. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the first day of the month, ye shall have a Sabbath of memorial of blowing the trumpet, a holy convocation. Ye shall do no several work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto a higher. And how says speak. Now remember, that's the 7th month. Let me go slow. Speaking to the children of Israel, say, in the 7th month, and the first day of the month. So 7th month and the first day of the month, ye shall have a memorial of blowing the trumpet. 7th month and the first day of the month is blowing the trumpet. Okay? Now, 25. Ye should do no several work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire into the higher. 26. And the higher spoke to Moses, saying, also in the 10th day of the 7th month. So it's going to be on 10 days later, after the first day, there should be a day of atonement. So 10 days later after the trumpets is day of atonement. I learn how to number our days, family. Okay? He says, ye shall afflict your souls an offering made by fire into the height. Ye should do no work in that same day, for it is the day of atonement. And ye shall make an atonement for you before a higher. For whosoever soul that does not afflict it in the same day, he should be cut off from among his people. And whatsoever soul it be that doth any work in that same day, the same soul will be destroyed from among his people. Ye should do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout all your generations and all your dwellings. And it shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest. And ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month at even. When the sun go down, from even to even, ye shall celebrate your Sabbath. So we're trying to say is that from even to even, we celebrate our Sabbath. Even to even, not morning to morning. When the sun go down every Friday night, that's beginning of our holy Sabbath. Also our day of atonement. Okay, Leviticus 23, family, we're breaking this down for conversion. Okay, it says, who is that? 23. Leviticus 23:33. And the high spoken to Moses, saying, speaking to the children of Israel, saying, in the 15th day of the 7th month, ye shall have the feast of tabernacle. Wow, wait a minute, huh? In the 15th day of the 7th month. That's 3 feasts, family, in 1 month. In 1 7th month. Now, how do you count against all these feasts and they jumping around to all these different months? That's 3 feasts so far in 1 month. Okay? He says 34, Leviticus 23, 34. Speaking to the children of Israel, saying, in the 15th day of the Sabbath month should be a feast of tabernacles. For 7 days until a height. 25. And on the first day shall be a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. 7 days you shall offer an offering made by fire until a height. And on the 8th day ye shall have a holy convocation unto you. And ye shall offer an offering made by fire until a height. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. These are the feasts of a height, which ye shall proclaim to be a holy convocation, to offer an offering made by fire to the height. And the burnt offering and the meat offering and sacrifice of drink, everything upon its day, besides the Sabbath, besides your gift, besides all your vows, besides all your free will offering, which ye give unto a height. Also on the 15th day of the 7th month, we're still in the 7th month, family. That's 3 feasts in the 7th month. Okay, when ye have gathered in the first fruit of the land, ye shall keep the feast until a height of 7 days. On the first day ye shall be a Sabbath. On the 8th day should be a Sabbath. And ye shall take you on the first day the broths of goodly branches and palm trees, and broths and thick trees and willows and books. And ye shall rejoice before a height 7 days, and ye shall keep it a feast until a height of 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever in your generation. Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month. Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days. That all that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths, that your generations may know that I made the children of Israel dwell in booths when I brought them up out of the land of Egypt. I am a height. And Moses declared into the children of Israel the feast of a height. Okay, now we don't know the feast. We're gonna see that these feasts, it's like you had 3 feasts. We had in the 7th month we had blowing the trumpet. We also had in the 7th month the atonement, and then we had in the same 7th month the tabernacles. In the 7th month only. Now, how does he count getting these feasts that's spread out? Leviticus 23 not giving us that, right? I'm gonna read it again. Leviticus 23, 24. Okay, we're gonna bring the feasts up. Speaking to the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, first day of the month, you shall have Sabbath on memorial of blowing the trumpet. So that's the first day of the 7th month is blowing the trumpet. Now, let's jump over to 32. Okay, it says, and it shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest. You shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month at even. From even to even, you should celebrate your Sabbaths, okay? Now let me go back down to where it says it. Now let's go to 27. He said, also in the 10th day of this 7th month, this is the 10th month, remember? We had day 1 was to blow the trumpet. Now the 10th day in the 7th month, it says also on the 10th day of this 7th month, there should be a day of atonement. It should be a holy convocation to you. Now, 34, it says, speaking to the children of Israel, saying the 15th day, now the 15th day you got the first day, you got the 10th day, now you got the 15th day, right? He says, speaking to the children of Israel, saying, in the 15th day of the same 7th month, you shall have a feast of tabernacles. So in the 7th month, there's 3 feasts. Okay? Now I'm going to show you how to break down this, because we got to know, so like I said, how do we know how to number our days from day 1? How? Okay, let's go to Exodus 12 first. Let's go to Exodus 12 and 1. Exodus 12. Like I said, I'm going to go straight to the punch, family, because I don't want to beat around, try to prolong this or whatever. I want to get you to learn how to count these days right away. Exodus 12. Okay, with Exodus 12 and 1, family. Now your question is, I know a lot of people saying, well, how did he know what days are built? How did he get that description? I'm going to bring it to you. It says, first day, vernal equinox again, family. Vernal equinox starts is March 20th. Every year, all you got to do is go on your phone and look up vernal equinox and what days fall on for year. Then once you get that vernal equinox, that first day of the month, that's our new year. That's Israel's new year. Once you get that first day, that's our day 1. would be March 20. This year was March 20, so that was our number one day. Once you count from that March 20, you count all the Hebrew months who with their calendar just convert it. Convert the numbers, like I did. So run an equinox, okay? Again, vernal equinox, Saturday, this year, March 20, Abel, our first day of the month. Now I'm going to go to scripture to bring out, how do you know what in the scripture to get the month Abel from? Let's go to Exodus 12:1. And the highest spoken to Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month should be unto you the beginning of your months. It shall be the first month unto you. So how you saying this will be the first month to you? What month is that? Where we get that month from? What month is how you telling Moses to speak to Israel about this month? Now let's get that month. Let's jump over. Exodus 13:1. Now we know we got our new month. How you get Moses order to say this is gonna be our new month. How do we know what that month is? According to all the months of Israel. Okay, 13:1. Now how you talking again? How you spoke to Moses, saying, Sanctify unto me all the firstborn, whosoever opened the room among the children of Israel, both man and beast is mine. Moses said to the people, Remember this day, which you came ye out of the house of bondage, for by the strong hand of how he brought you out from this place, there shall be no leavened bread eaten. This day you came out the month Abel. So the day he brought the children of Yasharala out was the beginning of our months. The month Abel. Again, we're in Exodus 13:1. First we went to Exodus 12:1 and 1 and 2. Now we're in Exodus 13, 1 to 5. He said, This day came ye out of the month Abel. So when how you brought the children of Yasharala out of bondage, out of slavery, out of Egypt, and he rescued us, that's the month Abel. That's the beginning of our month, which is Passover. How do you get that month? Again, you gotta go vernal equinox calendar. Go to vernal equinox. You're gonna start on March 20th every year. March 20th to March 19th. What you do now, like the March 20th, that'll be our day 1. March 21, it'll be our day 2. March 23, it'll be our day 3. March 20, I'm trying to get my head kind of. March 24, it'll be, you gotta keep going with the numbers. Again, it's kind of simple to break it down. Again, let me just go over this again with you. Vernal equinox starts every year March 20th or March 19th. This year, 21, it started March 20th. So March 20th gonna be our day 1. 320 is their month. 1 is our day. Our beginning of the month. 321 is our day 2. 322 is our day 3. 323 is our day 4. 324 is our day 5. 325 is our day 6. 326 is our day 7. 327 is our day 8. 328 is our day 9. 329 is our day 10. 330 is our day 11. 331 is our day 12. 4, because we got 31 days in March. Now you go to 4, which is April. April 1st will be our day 13. 4-2, our day 14. 4-3 will be our day 15. And it goes on and on like that. All you gotta do is get your calendar. Know the beginning of your month, March 1st, March 20th. Get your regular calendar. The same way I did it on this, you can do it with a regular calendar. Again, vernal equinox, March 20th, day 1. March 21, day 2. March 22, day 3, and so on and so on and so on, till you get all the years. Once you get all the years, then you can break down, okay, which one is our Shabbat days? Our Shabbat days will be in order. It won't jump. Our Shabbat days will be like on the 6th, the 13th, the 20th, the 27th. Then when you get your new months, like I said, I don't want to this class to be so long, but I'm gonna do the new months for the same breakdown according to the same way you add up your days for your feast days. The same day you add up your new months. Same as that day. All you gotta do is know that our first new month, which is not new moon, our first new month will be 4/19, which will be April. April the 19th. That'll be our first new month. Okay. This year, April 19th was our new month. Remember, the Hebrew calendar go by 30 days, 31 days. End up to 91 days, right? So therefore, all you do is just, like I said, that's a whole nother class, detailed lesson. I'm gonna get more detail in. I just pray that y'all understand this breakdown, this conversion from Leviticus 23. The day scripture that we used in this was Exodus 12 and 1 to 2, Exodus 13 1 to 5, Leviticus 23. We read the whole thing, and they tell you about these feast days. They tell you how to number these feast days. They tell you how to count them. You got the Passover, you got unleavened bread, you got trumpet, you got atonement, you got you got the first fruits. You got all that in Leviticus 23. And also you can learn how to number these days in this Safari Yard family. Again, this D.O.C. I pray that y'all understand this class is going to be a part 2. I just want to break this down and give you a basic understanding of how to do it, because a lot of people that pick it up, they know how to add their days up to date. This year they know how to get their days from the beginning of our new year, which is March 20th, which will be our day 1. But again, this year, March 20th was our new year, day 1. Once you got the day 1, all you do is keep adding up all your feast days. Like I said, you have Abib, Ziph, Savan, Tammuz, Av, Elul, Hanam, Bul, Chesia, Tobit, Shabbat, and you have Adar. That's a whole 12 months, so Yasharala months. Like again, this D.O.C. He just show y'all how to convert y'all feast days with any calendar. This Prince Yabo, known as Elder Boaz. I hope y'all receive this. But this D.O.C. I love y'all. D.O.C. out.